And we are live. Hello, girls. It's Anita here from Sequins and Sand. It's founder and owner, bringing to you more cozies because that's what I love to do. I am the cozy whisperer here in Australia. That's what some people call me anyway. And I kind of like that because that is pretty much what I do. I've been a swimsuit fitter for over 14 years now online at the helm of Sequins and Sand. It's been fantastic. I've got to meet so many beautiful women during that time. And I am very grateful for you being in my world. Thank you so much for tuning in to this live. And if you're watching the recording, thank you so much for tuning in when you get the time, because I know that Friday at lunchtime is not suitable for everyone. And of course, some of you are tuning in from overseas, different time zones. So a big hello to you. Wherever you are, whatever the time is, I hope you are sitting back, taking it in, relaxing, getting ready to hear all about the new swimwear I have to review for you today. Now, this is kind of like swimsuit school. If you've not joined me before during these reviews, I review swimsuits, I review them very honestly, and I throw in some fit tips as well because, you know, as a swimsuit fitting specialist, that's what I do, right? That's what I'm here to help you with, because it's really important to me that you feel good in your swimsuits. And I know that that's as much a mindset as it is a style set. So let's dive in today. Check out these 4 new swimsuits or things to wear in the pool and beach from the lovely Sonia at Genevieve Swimwear, based in Melbourne here in Australia. Hi, Sonia. I know she'll be watching at some stage. Genevieve is a lovely label. I started introducing it into my world probably about 3 seasons ago now, 3 years ago, mainly because everything, as you will learn today, everything in the Genevieve range is made from chlorine-resistant fabric. Now, that means it's pool tough. It's going to last longer in the pool than regular swimsuit fabric will. So that's really important because I know many of you in my world now that are with me in Sequins and Sand are looking for togs to do your hydrotherapy in, or you're in the pool often. And you've learned over the years, because you are a wiser woman, that if you get the chlorine tough fabric, they are going to last longer. You'll get more costs per wear. Is that right? Less cost per wear. I need to flip my maths. Used to be okay at maths, but that was a long time ago. So that's why. And also the styles were very different to the other styles that I had at Sequins and Sand as well. So Sonia's range complemented the offering very nicely and fitted right into that need of offering more chlorine resistant styles. So shall we have a look? Let's go. I've got 4 styles to show you today in the beautiful new Botanica range. It's a big range. I reviewed 4 or 5 cozies in it about 2 weeks ago. So if there's something in here that doesn't quite grab you, but you love the print, then go back and look for that. It'll be in the Facebook feed at Sequins and Sand, and also on the YouTube channel in the playlists for lunchtime lives and also swimsuit school. So the first one, let's have a look. Love this one. This is the Spliced one piece, and it's called Spliced, I think, Sonia can correct me, because of this feature here. Designers call that, like the design is spliced into the cut, the fabric, the print is. But what I love about this cozy, and you'll see it straight away, are these visual curves, right? Now, these are created by using the plain fabric against the print, and it's such a lovely print. We'll have a look at that closely soon too. But see this piping as well? The white piping very cleverly draws your eye. So from a fit tip point of view, when you see a feature like that in a swimsuit, straight away it's going to draw your eye to that area. Now, if you have lost your waist over the years, or if you've got one and want to highlight it even more, then this is a great swimsuit for you. I also think it's a great one if you're mid-length in the torso or a little bit shorter, because there's no ruching in the side seams of this. You've got those curves instead. So there's the panel up close. You can see that there's no ruching in that side seam, but there is the piping there, and that is the beautiful print. Lovely warm reds and beautiful cool blues. So this is a warm, cool print, but I think on that very dark navy, almost black background that it's on, it warms it up a bit more, I think, than not. It's fairly high contrast with the dark background and those livelier, brighter colors, but there's a bit of blush pink in there too, and white, bit of green in the foliage. It's such a gorgeous print. It really is beautiful. So this spliced one piece has those beautiful curved outlines to help create a visual waist. Then at the back, the print goes all the way through, right? And the back's reasonably high. That will sit just above the bra line, around about there. A nice curved back. And the straps are very wide. They're a good 1.5 inches wide. And you'll see that the piping in the front extends along underneath the arm along that strap. Now at the back, there is no piping. It is just all print at the back. Good bum coverage on this one as well. Now, the only thing is it doesn't have adjustable straps, and I've spoken to Sonia about this, and she said it's because it's a bit difficult to do when you've got the wider straps like that. Do you see how this cup shape has got a wide base at the strap? So that's really good for more boob coverage, if you like, particularly around that underarm area where I know a lot of you are a little bit more sensitive to how our shape changes there. With that, what do they call it? Bust roll or something. I've heard it called before, some horrible term. But that's why. So because she focuses on some styles having that wider base at the straps, it's harder then to make it work with adjustable straps. So if you find that it's a little bit loose around the top, it is a very simple seam that you could have easily adjusted, to take it up if you need to. So this is the spliced one piece from the outside. Let's have a look underneath because, hello, that is super important, isn't it, girls, to know how your swimsuit is crafted underneath. So underneath, the bust is supported with a wide elastic underbust shelf bra. We call it a shelf bra when it goes all the way across the bust line, right? There is no underwire in this one. And you know what? I have a theory about that. I don't think you really need it if you've got these three things happening. You've got the wide underbust elastic. That's where a lot of the lift and support comes from in a swimsuit, as it does with your bra, right? Very similar. There are some openings if you wear bust prostheses, if you've had a mastectomy, and they're good, generous openings, right? And then underneath, if I can just show you a little bit of it, there we go. That is very smooth bust padding, but it's very fine, right? So what that does is it creates that nice smooth outline around the bust area. So the wide underbust elastic in the shelf bra, and then in the front for tummy support, added tummy support, we have this stuff called power mesh, and a lot of swimsuit designers use that. It just gives you a little half a size extra support around the tummy area. Then at the back, it is fully lined in black fabric that is also pool tough, right? Now, this cozy, we don't have a lot of. It comes in sizes 16 to 20. So if you do love and you think that's the one for you, great if you're in the pool often, great lap swimming option because it's got some color, right? It doesn't have to be boring. You don't have to get into those boring togs that are just, all black and nothing else. This is nice, happy print. So great for that. So this is a good lap swimming option for you girls as well. Great for hydrotherapy and water workouts because it is made from that pool tough chlorine resistant fabric. So I will show you at the end of this live where to go at Sequins and Sand to find these cozies. Right, so that is the spliced one piece, size 16 to 20. Now, and I should have said from a bust cut point of view, it'll go from a B to an E cup. It's because of that relatively high-ish scoop neck, it's going to sit about there. and the wide straps, I think it will go from a B to an E quite comfortably. Now, next cab off the rank, we have something that still has the piping details to give you that visual waist effect. You're onto that now, aren't you? I know you are. But it's got a lower leg. And this one is called the retro lower leg one piece in Botanica print. I love it when our designers get very practical. You know, they say what it is, really. So this is great. It's a popular style. This one goes up to a size 30. Hello, isn't that fantastic? And with that lower leg, I know it is very popular for girls who want just a little bit more coverage around the tops of the legs and around that groin area, different reasons. Maybe you have a lower tummy in that area and want to give that a little bit more coverage. Maybe it's because you haven't done your hairline, you know, all sorts of reasons. But there it is. You can see the lower leg that pretty much goes straight across. Not quite a boy leg that comes down a little bit lower, but it is very much a retro lower leg style. So really good bum coverage. You can see that there. Quite a different shape at the bottom to the other one I just showed you. Now, again, with this cozy, we've got those clever details coming into play. The print is down the center with the piping that immediately draws your eyes to that area. And you can see there's a gentle curve, not as pronounced as the spliced, but it's there. So those darker sides and the attention in the middle really does help to create that curve. And if you've lost your waist, will help to give you a visual waist back. And if you've got a waist, will help to accentuate a little bit more. The dark sides definitely will visually bring that in, right? Dark colors do that. And the print livens things up around the middle. Now, the neckline is a beautiful scoop. It's not too low. It's a nice height. And the back is higher, right? It's a fairly high scoop. It's also got really wide straps again. Now, this is a design feature of a lot of the Genevieve one pieces. Sonia does this deliberately, puts in the wider straps at the base and all the way through and around the back. So that means, unfortunately, they're not adjustable, but easy to take in because it's got a very simple seam at the top, right? If you do need to do that. But this is a really good, another good style if you're in the pool often because it's made from that chlorine-resistant fabric. It's a modest style, so if you're after something that will feel good on, that doesn't, you know, show too much, then this is the one for you. Could be a good transition style if you're used to wearing a skirted one piece, like a swim dress, and thought, you know what, I want to try something that has less fabric in it. And this could be a good transition option for you as well. From a bust point of view, again, you could start this at a B cup, C cup, up to an E again because of the cut of the neckline, the depth of the cup as well, and the shape of the cozies being all the way through. There's no ruching on the side seam with this one either. It goes all the way through, nice and straight. Now, bust support underneath, let's have a look. Again, we've got the wide, very wide elastic underbust in the shelf bra. And yes, it's a mastectomy friendly style again. Sonia's put in these very accessible pockets for you to slide your bust prosthesis into. And we've got, again, some sewn in molded bust pads. They're really fine. They're not made to add volume. They're there to create that nice smooth outline in the bust area, right? In the front, power mesh, again, to give us another half a size tummy, bring our tummies in just a little bit. That feels more secure and comfortable, rather it's not a suck in a lot kind of style. And then at the back, it's lined with the black chlorine-resistant fabric as well. So again, quite a modest one-piece style. And in that beautiful botanic print, this cozy starts at a 12 and goes up to a size 30. So love that. So remember, starts at a B, goes up to an E cup very, very easily. Great for water workouts absolutely is. So there's the retro lower leg one piece for you. Shall we get the next one? Okay, yet another one piece. This is a style. We're getting a little bit more modest with each one. This one has got an extra panel sewn in the front so that the front of the swimsuit comes down even lower again. And it is called the crossover sheath one piece. So you'll notice straight away that very deep V neckline that's created at the crossover. So you can see the piping again brings added visual enhancement, if you like, that you really notice the piping. So this one, all the attention is up, girls, which is fabulous. If you've got a fuller bust, this is a lovely neckline style for you. You really do need at least a C cup for this one, and this will go up to an E, possibly even an F. But there it is, a lovely long V neckline, and the V finishes along the side seam. It's sewn in to create this beautiful ruched effect. So this one will give you a little bit more length because of that ruching. And on the other side, it's straight through, but there's enough give in it to give you that, probably, just a little bit of extra length for you with this style, I'd say. Now that also, that visual tucking, if you like, in the side there from the V is a focal point. So another fit tip, when you see a diagonal like that, it cuts through beautifully. So if you've got a fuller figure, a diagonal line is really flattering because it's elongating, right? Breaks up the block, as I call it. And then it finishes, do you see where that diagonal finishes? It finishes at the high waistline. And with that ruching, that's just a nice little feature. So again, this style creates a visual waist. So perfect if you want to create one, if you've lost yours over the years, or if you've got one and you want to enhance your waist. It's a beautiful design feature. And then at the front, we've got this panel that is sewn in. Do you see that over the front? Very clever design. And that sits a bit more lower in the front. It will definitely cover the groin area and the tops of the thighs at the front. Then at the back, it's quite a full bottom as well. Good bum coverage in this one. At the back, the fabric is that plain dark navy at the back. So all the parties at the front with this one, girls. Now let's have a look underneath to see how it's made, and I'll show you that crossover detail so you can see how, whilst it's suitable for a larger bust, you need to be aware that it probably isn't super duper supportive to hold you in, because the cups actually come apart a little bit. And let's see what I mean. That's how they come apart a little bit. So they're kind of free flowing, but they are anchored with that underbust elastic to give you the lift. But in terms of separation, you are going to get a little bit more separation with these ones. But the attention is there in the bust area. So if you want to bring the attention up, this is the cozy for you. So I would give this probably about a 7 out of 10 for bust support. You've got the molded cups that are sewn in this time. And because the cups are sewn in, this is not a mastectomy friendly style. In the front, you've got the power mesh, and at the back, the chlorine resistant plain black lining. You can see there what happens underneath, but at the front, you don't see that, right? That is how it crosses over at the front, and at the back, that comes in underneath the front fabric. So again, this one goes up, I think this one goes up to a 26. So great size diversity in the Genevieve range as well, which is another reason why I love it. It's great to be able to offer larger sizes up to, in some styles, as you know, with the retro, up to a 30. So this one's up to a 26. You'll find it in the one piece section, and I'll show you where to go in a tick. So do we like that one so far? Which is a fave? Let me know. Which style do you think will suit your shape and needs more? This is a great one if you've got a fuller, rounder shape, speaking of shape needs, where you've got a fuller bust and a fuller tummy. Winning shape for you. Right. Now, we are on the home stretch with one to go. This is not a one piece. This is a rash top. It's a rash vest, rash guard if you're tuning in from America. In Australia, we tend to call them rashies. This is a t-shirt style rashi. Looks just like a t-shirt from the outside, and isn't that fantastic? Throw this over the same print in a cozy or over your plains. If you've got a plain navy, blue, black even will go, because that black background is so dark, it's almost a black. Good length in the sleeve, so a typical t-shirt length. Very high neck at the front and at the back. What I love about this shirt is these. This is the drawstring sides, which means you're able to adjust the length of this rashi, which is great. So if you're shorter in the torso and just so sick and tired of things being too long on you, then hello, this is a great option for you. And likewise, if you're longer in the torso, you can extend it out. And if you have days where you think, I want a bit more coverage, then do that. And other days you might want to lift it right up and wear it as a shorter top, right? So when they're pulled down, that's what it looks like. When there's when it's not pulled up, when it's all the way down, that's what it looks like. And you can just tie those off in a knot, or even tuck them in, if you want to. And then you just go like this and bring it up, tie it off. So it's an awesome style. I love this. This is genius from Sonia. The other thing that's good is that if you're not after a large amount of support or even medium support, if you're happy with low bust support, so maybe you're an A cup or a B cup and it doesn't really faze you, or even if you've had a mastectomy and you don't wear prosthesis, so you can with this one, or you're just happy to be the way that your form is now, then this is a great option, because it's got the built-in shelf bra, which does give you a lovely lining. It will give you a little bit of support, right? But we're not talking a large amount of support. If you want extra support, then you'll need to wear a bikini top or a cozy underneath for that. But if you're not so phased about that and you just want a quick dip, or it doesn't bother you, then it's a great option, because you don't need another piece underneath, right? Technically. So there we go. Now, if you do want that extra bit of support, then of course go down a size, and that means it will be snug overall, but it will give you a little bit more snug fit around the bust area. So there's the front and there's the back. So it's just a single layer of fabric throughout, just with that extra bit sewn in at the front to give you that bust support. And there's the elastic. This is a mastectomy friendly style. There are the lovely generous openings for you to put your bust prosthesis in if you like. And the padding this time is removable, right? They come right out. So it's got a nice outline at the front, the double layer in the bust area, so that if you didn't want to wear something underneath, you didn't have to. The other beauty of this is that you could wear it like a top outright. Wear it over a pair of shorts. Who is going to know the difference? But you can swim in it. And you can see having that little bit of padding there, which is removable, does give it just a little bit of outline, a little bit of form by itself. So this one I think goes up to a size 22, maybe 24. We'll check it in a minute when I'll show you where to find it. So that is the Sun Safer Rashi t-shirt in the lovely Botanica print. So many colours there for you to team with your other cozies, or grab one in the matching Botanica print. All right. That is us in terms of new to show you. I just want to show you how you can wear blues or blacks with this print. So this is a lovely rashi dress from Lyndall's range at Asuna. Fantastic, really popular, drawstring sides as well. And I just want to show you how the black goes really well. So even though this is a very dark navy background, when you put black with it, it actually brings out the darkness, right? Well, I think it does. So that looks really good. Very easy to team this print with black. Feels right at home, right? The other colour that is in the Genevieve range, this is Sonia's shirt tail cover-up. Fantastic. This is a navy blue. And when you put it with the navy blue, it just lightens the whole look up, but it brings it The dark background still looks dark, but then it makes the blues, to me, makes the blues zing a little bit more. The blues, like the blues, right? Color loves color, as Fiona says. So the blues background, the blue cover up, will accentuate the blue in the print. So if you don't want black or don't wear a lot of black and navy is more your thing, then that is going to work really nicely, right? There we go. There's also a sarong to wear with it as well. So if you go for the rashi option, then a sarong is a great cover up to wear with the rashi because, you know, it just covers up the bottom and not everything over the top because the rashi already covers over the top, right? There you have it. Now, let me show you where you can grab these fantastic items from at Sequins and Sandland. I'm just going to go like that. Oh, like that actually, and share my screen. There you go. There is our beautiful home page with all the lovely girls from the Cosy Confidence crew, all different shapes, sizes, and ages. Fantastic. We have a lot of fun. Now, when you come in here, I want you to go to swimwear and then one-piece swimwear. One-piece swimsuit, and there you can see the 3 newbies that I've loaded up for you. My internet's is just a little bit slow. That's the Spliced one-piece in Botanica. There's all the available sizes, 12 to 20, and you can see how those curves really do accentuate the waist area. Make it bigger for you so you can see it. There it is on a bod. And you can really see those curves coming in on the side there. So nice and elegant and simple. Great one for the water. If you do your laps or your hydrotherapy. Now, this is the lower leg. See how it does sit quite a deal lower, right? We're getting a little bit more modest each time, girls. There is the side view, which does show you exactly where it sits, right? And the darker sides and dark at the back. With it's a fairly high back, right? And those nice wide straps to give good underbust support. See? There. So fairly deep cup, but I still think you get away with it if you're a B. But this is important too. So if you really want to keep your bust supported front and sides and back, then you need to look for the high back with the high sides and good depth at the front. Okay, next one is the crossover sheath. And you can see how it is lower again in the front. There is that extra piece of fabric that goes all the way across. There we go. And that lovely V neckline. So see how it sits a little bit differently under the bust than the other one? The other one came up nice and high with that wider strap at the base. Again, a fairly high back with a curve, but there is the detailing there. There's the crossover front coming down the sides with the ruching. There we go. All the attention is very much there, girls, isn't it? Fantastic. So that's where you can grab them. Now, to find the rashi tee, you have to go into the Sunsafe and Rashi's area. And there she is there with the new sticker on. You can see how in this case they've drawn it all the way up. So it's quite, it's shorter, sits on her hips at the sides there, and you can see she's got it teamed with a navy bottom. And it's pulled right up at the back, but you can let that down and it'll slide down to about there when it's out fully. And that's a good one to show you the side detailing with the drawstrings. Nice high neckline, decent length, short sleeve, good sun coverage. This is UPF 50 plus too, girls, as well as being pull tough, chlorine resistant. So there they all are. Come back to me. Here we go. Okay, so thank you very much for joining me today. That is the end of the Botanica range. They're the last 4 to show you in the range. If you want to see the others in the Botanica range, go back and have a look at the live I did 2 weeks ago, because the other items are in there for you. If you've got any questions, put them in the feed, and we will answer them as soon as we can. They stay there in the feed. So if you've got any questions, we can come back at any time and answer those for you. We'd love to see you and help you feel great in your swimsuit again, mind and style. There's so many ways that we can help you. Aside from the shop, we have our fabulous Summer Confidence Society membership community, where we talk mind, style, and wellness all the time. Every month there is a new topic, masterclasses, and a beautiful supportive community of women who, like you, want to feel their fabulous best in this next half of their lives. Fabulous midlife. It's a great chance to carve your way, carve your path, do it your way, girls. Start again. It's a wonderful time, and it's a privilege to serve you through that journey. Thanks so much for tuning in. I will see you next week on the lines. Bye.